and I'm back again with my students. I'm standing just near my lab, BS Part 3 and MSc Previous Organic Chemistry lab. So I assigned my students the first experiment. I gave them the general introduction, and now they are today they are going to start their experimental work. They are going to start with the first synthesis of their first organic compound, which is P.Nitro acetanilide, because it has a very simple steps, and they can easily do it because practically they are not that much good. They need to understand the steps of all the reaction steps and the mechanism that is happening here. So I just explained them, and my students are working there in the lab. I can show you. This is the lab. They are standing over here. So this is the lab, and these are my students. They are going to divide it because they are here for after long vacations, after almost 3.5 months. So they forgot everything. I am guiding them, and hopefully we'll do it. Okay, you are going to start with this scheme. You have this new scheme. I welcome you all, right? So now you are going to, in this semester, this is semester number 2, you are going to prepare the organic compound like I just told you in my general introduction. Have you attended my general introduction? So you need to prepare the organic compounds now in this, with the help of this scheme. Now in this scheme there are almost how many experiments? 8 experiments. There are 8 experiments. And we are going to start with the one that has the simplest steps. I'm going to start with that experiment, right? Now, every experiment, every organic compound needs to be prepared from its crude state. What is a crude state? Do you know what is a crude compound? Can anyone tell me what is a crude compound? Impure state, yeah. And when you are going to recrystallize it, you will say that it's a recrystallized compound. It's no more in the crude form. So now in the journal, you are going to write down experiment number 1. Now please, you are supposed to follow the format I am applying here. On the right side of your journal, you are going to write down experiment number 1, and you are going to mention the date 20th/09/2022. You're going to write down the object, which is to synthesize or prepare. You can use either terms, either you are synthesizing or you are preparing, because now you are going to prepare an organic compound. P.Nitro acetanilide from acetanilide and calculate its percentage yield. Now every experiment has got many steps, 4 to 5 steps. You are going to weigh the compound, then you are going to do some sort of you will assemble the glassware, and then you are going to start the reaction, and you are going to monitor the reaction-free time period, which is mentioned in your experiment, which is here. This is P.Nitro acetanilide, right? This is experiment number 3, but you are going to write it down as experiment number 1. Okay, so this is the experiment. You will write down the object like this, then you are going to write down the glassware and the chemicals you are using. Now how you are going to know that which glassware and which chemicals? Definitely you are going to read your procedure from here, right? And then you are going to move accordingly that which chemicals. Now here it's written place 0.5 gram of acetanilide in a conical flask. That means you will be needing a conical flask, right? What is a conical flask? This is a conical flask. That is a conical, that has this shape. This is called a conical flask. Okay, and you need 0.5 gram. That means you are going to weigh the compounds. How? In the weighing balance. I hope everyone knows how to use a weighing balance. If you don't know, go through my channel. It has got a video. I uploaded a video on a weighing balance, digital weighing balance, how to calculate or how to measure your compound on a weighing balance, right? Use that video for that. Number 2, now your object, read your object. To synthesize P.Nitro from acetanilide and calculate the percentage yield. That means you're going to calculate some sort of a yield. Now what is the yield? What is the yield? The final product you are going to get in the end. The product you are preparing, the compound you are synthesizing is called a yield. What is the yield? You tell me.
Final product.
The final product. आप बताओ.
The final product जो हमें चाहिए.
Very good. So the final product is called yield. कहते हैं. So what you are going to do? You are going to calculate its percentage yield. There is a particular formula to calculate the percentage yield of any organic compound, right? And that is also in one of my videos in which I have thoroughly explained how to calculate percentage yield of your organic compound. Go through that video and you will come to know. छोटी सी वीडियो है, कोई इतनी लंबी चौड़ी कहानी नहीं है कि आप उसको you cannot manage to see. You can see that it's for you because I have recorded all those videos during the COVID period, right? जिसमें आप लोग यहाँ नहीं थे, university was closed and I was uploading the videos online for my students and we were connected online, right? So now those videos are useful for you. They are there, okay? आज भी ये वीडियो बन रही है. It is going to be uploaded and you can see that your parents can see that you are being taught by a good teacher and how disciplined you are. You are wearing aprons. You are, obeying all the lab rules and I'm very happy for that. Great. Okay. So now after writing the glassware, आपने यहाँ पे सारी you are going to mention all the glasswares, whatever you are using here and the chemicals. Now here, the first thing I can see is 0.5 gram of acetanilide. That means you will write down acetanilide. And you are going to write down the chemicals. Sulfuric acid I can see, then nitric acid I can see, okay, and there are many other things. So you have to write everything here. Then after that you are going to write down the equation. Every reaction has got an equation. So where is the equation? This is the equation, okay, in which you are going to get 2 moles of acetanilide because we are preparing P.Nitro from acetanilide. So this is your acetanilide, COCH3, and then you are going to treat it with some sort of a mixture. What is a mixture? Mixture is the combo of 2 compounds. So here it's a mixture. What is a mixture? Mixture of 2 acids, very strong acids. What are those acids? And these 2 acids are highly protonating. They provide lots and lots of protons, right? And that these protonation, it helps in the progression of a reaction. The reaction proceeds when you are providing the protons, and the reaction proceeds in the forward direction or sometimes reversible, both either way. So here you are using sulfuric acid and what? Nitric acid. Both concentrated acids. Now this type of a mixture in which you are using these 2 acids, we do not repeat again and again mixture of nitric and sulfuric acid. We simply say it's a nitrating mixture. The mixture of sulfuric and nitric acid is called a nitrating mixture. Are you getting my point?
Yes, ma'am.
So they have used this and then they are coming up with a product which is an ortho product. Now you know in a benzene ring there are 3 positions, ortho, meta and para. So what is happening? You are going to get simply an ortho product in which the nitro group from this nitrating mixture is going to attack the ortho position. And you are going to write down. And this product is only 20%. Okay. So it's you can call it, this is ortho product. You can call it is some sort of a transition state, right? Then finally, when the reaction goes to its completion state, it's going to give you the product you are looking for. And what is that product? P.Nitro acetanilide. And then finally, you are going to get the pure product, that is P.Nitro acetanilide, which is 80%. Okay? Equation. Now after writing this equation, you are going to write down on your next page, you will turn the page and you are going to write down. This is the theoretical part of the experiment I am explaining you. Okay? You are going to write down the mechanism. Now every reaction has a mechanism. This is a very simple equation in which a nitrating group is being used to react with this acetanilide, in which a process of nitration is going on. A nitro group, it attacks this position, right? And you will come up with these two products. So it's a simply one step or two step reaction. इसको आपने लिखना है. You have to write it down on your own. कोई ऐसी मुश्किल चीज़ नहीं है. Go through the reactions. ठीक है? Nitration reactions, substitution reactions, sulfonation reactions. Go through all these reactions. These are all you have been going through these reactions since when you entered into chemistry. 9th class के course में भी है ये सब कुछ, right? ये सब कुछ है. Halogenation ये सब आपको आना चाहिए. You need to know everything. After writing the mechanism, you are going to write down the theory. Now, what is theory? Theory is not a story about me. Theory is not a story about you or this chemistry department. Theory is simply related to your background of your reaction. What is happening in your reaction? You are going to mention in 3 lines. Only mention in 3 lines, complete your theory. That's it. No long stories are needed. Okay? After that, we will come to our final thing, that is our procedure. You will write down this procedure as it is. जैसा लिखा हुआ है वैसा ही आपने यहाँ पे इसको लिख देना है. Okay? Then you are going to write down the result. Now what we were doing, we are asked to synthesize the compound and we are asked to calculate the percentage yield. So you are going to write down, you are use the same words, the percentage yield of our synthesized organic compound. I am using abbreviations. You are not going to use any abbreviation. Keep that thing in your mind. Write down in the full form. Okay? You are not qualified yet to write down things in the abbreviated forms. Okay? Marks कट जाते हैं इसमें. टीचर्स को अच्छा नहीं लगता काफियों को. Percentage yield of our synthesized organic compound comes out to be this. Now this percentage could be 5%, it could be 10%, it could be 20%, it could be 25%, it could be 90%, it could be 80%, but it will be less than 100. Percentage means less than 100. It never come, after the 100, it's not like that, right? So this is the format of your experimental section. Now what is happening in the reaction? 0.5 gram, read your scheme. 0.5 gram of acetanilide. That means you will weigh 0.5 gram in a conical flask, right? Add 1 ml glacial acetic acid and 1 ml sulfuric acid. That means in a measuring cylinder, this is a measuring cylinder, you are going to add what? 1 ml of acetic acid and 1 ml of sulfuric acid. Now keep that thing in your mind. When you are adding or mixing any two mixtures, always do it in a dropwise manner. First you pour 1 ml of acetic acid, fine. Then when you are adding the next acid into it, do it in a dropwise manner. Okay? Fine. Okay. Now you are going to add this into the acetanilide bottle, right? The conical flask. What? The mixture of acetic acid and the nitric acid. Now they are saying cool the flask in an ice bath. That means this is an exothermic reaction. Some sort of an exothermic reaction is going on. Exothermic reaction. I hope everyone knows what's an exothermic reaction. Heat is coming out, evolving out. That means he comes to know that this flask, it becomes warm. So now they are saying that cool this mixture into a water bath or an ice bath. So you have this ice bath here, or use cool water. Go into final year lab, there is an ice machine. See if it's working and take out ice from there. Otherwise use cool water. Immerse your conical flask into it, right? Now cool the flask in an ice bath. Meanwhile, mix 5 to 6 drops each of concentrated nitric and sulfuric acid in a test tube and cool the mixture. Now in another test tube, you are going to add what? Nitric acid and sulfuric acid. That means nitrating mixture. and you are going to this also gonna give you an exothermic reaction. That means you have to put this also inside this ice bath. Okay, now you are working in a group. Okay, so everyone has to participate. Somebody will assemble the stand, somebody will assemble the glassware, somebody will stir it, somebody will monitor it. So you just divide your duties accordingly. Organize yourself and divide your duties accordingly. Okay, now add this nitrating mixture to the solution of acetanilide in an acid drop by drop with stirring and keeping the temperatures below 10 degrees centigrade. Underline 10 degrees centigrade. Now you are going to add this mixture into this acetanilide mixture, and the temperature should be below 10 degrees centigrade. Now it shouldn't be 9 degrees, it shouldn't be 8 degrees, it should not hit, to such high temperature range. It should be 6 to 7, that's it. If the temperature goes up, just add some more ice or cool water, right? So that the temperature should not go above 10 degrees centigrade. Otherwise you will spoil your product will not be formed at higher temperature. The higher temperature, that means this is this therm, that means this temperature, high temperature is going to ruin your synthesis process. Okay. After the addition of entire mixture of acid, remove the flask from ice bath and allow staying for 1 hour. Now you will take it out. After doing this, you will take out this flask containing your mixture and let it be here for 1 hour. Now what you are going to do in 1 hour, you are going to prepare your journal, experiment, and this format and everything, reaction mechanisms, everything you are going to do. You will complete this thing in the meanwhile. For 1 hour you have to leave it. Okay. Then after 1 hour, then pour the reaction mixture onto the 50 ml of water containing pieces of crushed ice. After 1 hour, you have a beaker. After 1 hour, you have a beaker in which you have crushed ice. You are going to pour your compound over this crushed ice and you will start stirring it. Okay. I don't have a pen like that. So pen hai sa jo pointer hota hai. Anyone has a pointer? Ye do. For example, if this is your flask, this is your beaker, and this is your flask. You are going to pour, and this is filled with crushed ice. How you are going to pour it? You are going to pour over this, and you will constantly with the glass rod keep stirring. Drop wise, put a drop and stir it. Drop and stir, drop and stir. Keep it like that because you are doing a reaction in which you are going to come up with a solid product called P.Nitro. The mixture you are pouring over this crushed ice is not water soluble, so it will separate out as a solid product. Okay, so that's why you will keep on stirring and you will keep on adding and keep on stirring. What will happen that this 20% product will be removed from this reaction mixture because this is water soluble. The ortho product was water soluble, so this will come into the this will be dissolved into this mixture. Yeah. So what is gonna happen now? After this, last step is you will filter your product using a Buchanan funnel. We don't have a Buchanan funnel, so you will use an ordinary funnel. You will put a filter paper inside it and filter it. Now when you will complete filtration, the product will be like this, right? Something like this over here. Now you need to wash it. Wash. This is the second last step. Washing means, again give me that pen and that thing. If this is your, for example, your funnel, and if this is distilled water, they said that wash it with distilled water. What you are going to do, take 10 ml of distilled water. 5 ml is enough, 5 to 8 ml, and then you are going to pour it over the funnel. Don't take out the filter paper before washing. You have to wash it with distilled water. What is happening when you are washing? क्या हो रहा है बताएं? 20% जो product थी वो निकल जाएगी. The 20% product, the ortho product will be removed, and what else will be removed? The impurities. Some of the impurities will be removed when you will wash. Don't do it in a harsh way. No, aram aista aista. You need to be very gentle when you are pouring water over your compound, prepared compound. Sometimes it happens. Ekdam you will pour and wo sara compound it will just come out from the other end. So don't do that, okay? Do it in a very nice, slowly, gentle way. And then you are going to have this product, which is your P.Nitro acetanilide. You are going to put it in an oven for 20 minutes more. This is an oven over here. You can see the oven. इसको ऑन करेंगे, इसमें देखेंगे इसमें थर्मोमीटर पड़ा हुआ है या नहीं, and keep an eye on this. It is not that much working properly. It will burn your compound. Keep that in. So you will dry it in the oven, and then you will be having a yield. You will be having a yield after draw. Then you will weigh the yield, and then you will calculate the percentage yield. This is the final, and that is the end of your reaction. This is how your reaction will process. This is the way you can see. इसको एक दफा दिखा दें, so they can, because this will be video recorded and this would be helpful for them when they will proceed further. So that's it. This is how your P.Nitro acetanilide will be formed, will be synthesized in your organic chemistry lab. Now, if you have anything in your mind, ask me. Glacial acid, it's not a strong acid. It helps in getting your precipitates done. It's gonna react with the other acid because it is used with other acid, which is a strong one. So we just made a combo of a strong acid, which is providing strong protons, right, and a weak acid, which will help it in progression also of a reaction and in providing you this product which you are looking for, which is P.Nitro acetanilide. So I hope you understood, everyone understood. You got all your, points clear?
Yes, ma'am.
You are satisfied?
Yes.
If you have anything to ask, you can ask. If you have anything to ask, you can ask me. Girls? No. No? Okay. So this is the part 3 lab, and BS part 3 organic chemistry lab. Like always, I have just taught them every step of the chemical reaction. They are going to start the organic preparations today. So this is it. And now this is their second day. They attended their general introduction, and today is their second day, but the first day of the experimental work. So they are going to divide themselves into different groups, and then they are going to work. These are the girls, and this is the boys' side.